Hello. Okay, so I've been kind of working on my sides, and you can tell they're a lot shorter, and it all just kind of like poofs out everywhere. And I know that's really cute too, right? Grab my razor. I switched to the technique with my razor where I'm not necessarily cutting it in the sweeping direction forward. I really want to be able to like wear my hair into a mohawk. And so what I'm doing is I'm taking the razor and I'm sectioning off my hair just like this, and I'm actually dragging it upward. So I'm going along the edges and dragging it. And I went all the way through, kind of dragging it in towards the mohawk. That way whenever I style it, I have a lot of texture when my hair is all going up into the mohawk. And I just have so much hair, and I have hair all over me, so I'm itchy. And so I'm going to do just more texturizing probably once it's dry. And I'm going to use a weaving method, and I'll just kind of show you what I'm going to mean by that. Is I'll section it the same way towards my face, but whenever I pick the hair, I'm actually going to weave out with my razor. And so I'll weave in and out of the strand, and then I'll drag it forward still. And that just takes out a lot of the weight of my hair. It makes it a little more piecey without taking a lot of length off, because I like my sides because I still want a little like hair on my face, just because I think it's really edgy when you do that. So I just went through, cut all the back. This appears drastically shorter now. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to do the front. And recently I had cut straight across bangs, which was cute when you have long hair, but straight across bangs in a mohawk isn't exactly cute. But I left all this here super long. I mean, it's like really long. Obviously, I'm not going to wear my hair in a mohawk like that. And you know, I could leave it, but I think that's just the really boring, like, asymmetrical bob, and I'm not going for that. Like, I'm going for edgy. I just chop, like, all my hair off. I'm not going to do a bob. That's boring. And so to do this top, I'm going to do it the exact same way that I did the back and sides, is I'm going to razor it up into the mohawk. But first, I kind of want to see how long a mohawk I want. So I'm just going to actually twist all of this, and it saves me a lot of time. So just cutting it one length, I'm going to razor it. And that gives me a lot of added texture anyways. And I still have a little length so I can cut more, but that just kind of gives me the basic length of it. And I'm going to do the same thing to the side. I don't really have much of a guide. Any hairstylist that's watching me do this is probably like cringing because I have no technique to what I'm doing right now. But I think that's what makes it, getting hair all over me, a really sweet haircut. Because there is really not a lot of technique, and it's just crazy. Like, I don't want normal hair, I want crazy hair. And so then I'll part it back down the middle. It's really cute. I don't remember the last time I've been this excited to do my hair. And I think it's just because it was boring and long for the longest time. Okay, so now I have, you can see the where the mohawk falls down. I guess you don't know if you can in the video, but it's super short here and it looks normal and it lays down, but then whenever I go to stand it up, you can see how it all just kind of like forms on top of each other. That's what you want. So then I'll go back through and kind of do the same thing. I'm going to stay away from the front part of my head, because you can kind of see there, I want to create just that blend across, so if I do happen to wear my mohawk down, it still makes sense, and instead of like having like, you know, a triangle in the middle of my head. So I'm just going to go through each layer, same thing that I did at the top, dragging it forward into the mohawk. It's kind of funny, like, obviously I'm a professional, but anybody really could cut a mohawk if you just look at the technique of a mohawk with a razor. I mean, it's just so easy. That is awesome. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'll just drag it all the way through. And I can definitely see myself cutting on this like every day when I come into work. because I'm probably going to have like random hair sticking out and hair's not going to work for me, so I'll just chop into it. And I think each time I go to like style my hair, I'll probably like it more and more because it'll get crazier each time as I cut into it. So then I'll go to this side, get my part right back down the middle. You don't have to have it exactly when you do this, I don't think, because you're not going to wear your hair in like one of those slicked up mohawks directly down the middle where it's going to be like centered and you're going to take like a level to it. It's always going to be crazy, so you don't ever have to have it perfect. I don't know if you guys know who the singer Pink is. If you don't, you've probably been living in a hole. But Pink always has really sweet hair. And so I was looking at a lot of pictures of hers to like get inspiration for this. And I see her hair's like colored white. And now since I cut off 90% of my hair, it's not as damaged. And I'm really tempted to like bleach it out and color it like white, blonde, frosted. And so it's, I mean, it's not blonde, it's white. And then you can see the little mohawk. And then I'm just going to run my fingers through it to see where it's even. I'm not going to stick this straight up, but I am going to wear it with a lot of length. And so I need to take some off. And once again, instead of taking scissors to it, it makes it too blunt. I'm just going to wrap my fingers through this top and then just shave it off with my razor because it just still creates so much texture. And when you're wanting to wear your hair as crazy as I am, you need texture. So I'm just spinning, razoring more. And the front always makes me nervous because that's everybody's security blanket. That's why all these girls have bangs. You never can see their face because their hair are always in their eyes and they're like pushing it around. You're like, why don't you just cut those off? Well, it's a security blanket. Like girls, they like having something on their face. We're girls are insecure. It's just how we work. But I don't want to do that. I really want to get rid of my hair. And if I have bangs, then I can't wear a mohawk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the front part down. And I do, if I am doing something a little more normal, want to be able to kind of wear my hair down more. And so how I'm going to cut it is so I can sweep my bangs to either side, but they're still cute. And so I'm going to take it on one side and just drag my razor down. And then I'm going to take it to the other side and do the same thing. Kind of like you'd cut just side bangs. But I'm going to cut them to a V so that way if I sweep them, it's still like a really cute bang. See? And then I'm going to go back through and to add even more texture, I'm going to do the weaving method. So take my bangs, and I'm going to be very gentle when I do my bangs because I don't want to have like really crazy short pixies. But I am going to texturize them quite a bit. And you can kind of see where that weaving method is there because it's every other. And what that does is that just gives my hair a little more support so it can stick straight up. So I'm going to go back through, I'm going to weave a whole bunch of this, and then I'm going to blow dry it, and when you come back you'll see the final thing.